what you're going to need for this project, for the sandwich bag, is a piece of cotton that is 8 by 10. You're going to need two of those, one for the front and one for the back. Now, you also need some really amazing fabric, right? Check out Eden Nail Fabrics on social media, and I will leave a link to them down below. I really like supporting small business because they really need it at a time like this. Other than like a big box store that has all this fabric that everybody and their brother has. Support small business and you can get one-of-a-kind fabrics that you can't find anywhere else. I thought it was really funny. I just found out that her daughter designs all of her fabric and they work as a team, and it's really cool, and I really like that it's a family-owned business and it's small. So make sure you get you some really cool fabric. Check out their link. For the sandwich bag, it's 8 by 10. And then for the snack bag, it's going to be 5 by 8. Now, if you've never heard of food safe fabric, a lot of people try and use wool. Do not use wool. Wool has chemicals and stuff in it. You do not want it next to your food. So I think I got this on Etsy. Just search in food safe fabric and it should pop right up. Again, you're going to need a 5 by 8 for your snack bag and then 8 by 10 for your sandwich bag. And then you're also going to need 2 zippers. I would normally get like a 10-inch zipper and then it'll go all the way across. So let's get sewing. Okay, so I am going to grab up my sandwich bag fabric first, and going across the 8-inch side, I'm going to add my zipper. Now, zippers have a right side and a wrong side, just like fabric does. So the right side is going to be the side that your pull is on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the right side of the zipper to the right side of the fabric, and then on top of that, I'm going to add the food safe fabric. Now, the slicker side is going to go down on the wrong side of the zipper. Now, try really hard not to use pins. If you don't have any of these wonder clips, you need to get you some, because I use them literally every single day. Because if you're working with pull or you're working with this food safe fabric, you don't want to poke it any more than you need to, because yeah, you're going to have some leaks, and that's kind of what we're trying to avoid. So you get all these clipped up, and I'm actually going to be doing this with a zipper foot. So if you've got a zipper foot, some machines, they're different and they kind of look differently, but that's mine. Alright, put that zipper foot on there. Now, with your zipper foot, it's going to help you not get your zipper. Woohoo! You don't have to worry about that. What it does is we're going to be sewing on this right side right here, and the zipper foot, that back end, acts like a guide and keeps it from hitting your zipper. So with everything that I do, I always backstitch because you do not want this stuff coming out. Sometimes if your threads are a little loose, it could come undone, and that's the last thing that you want. So, by the way, did you see this thing back here on your sewing machine? Chances are you've got one, and you can cut your threads and not have to continuously pull out your scissors. And that's another good tip that I've used a lot. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to turn it inside out like I just did, and then you're going to make sure that the food safe fabric is pulled out of the way. And what I'm going to do is start on this side. You guys, I am so left-handed it hurts. So I do everything basically the same way. So if you're right-handed, you might want to start on the other side. It's just up to you. So what I'm going to be doing now is called a top stitch. The top stitch is going to keep the top fabric out of the way, and it's going to keep the bottom fabric out of the way. And you're just going to make sure that food safe fabric is out of the way when you're top stitching, so that it doesn't get caught up in the zipper, and I'll show you in a second. Well, fine, just do that while I'm on camera then. I don't care. Booger butt. Okay, so you can see the top stitching keeps that fabric from jumping up and bunching up here. And then on the back side, it's going to keep it from being caught up into your zipper, because that's the last thing you want to do is accidentally snag this stuff. So let me get my thread straight and I'll show you what to do. Alright, it was time for a needle change, so I just wanted to show you guys something, a little tip that I saw somewhere and I've used it ever since. When you get a pack of needles and you've got to change your needle out, you're like, where do I put this thing so that it doesn't stab one of my kids? You don't want to just throw it in the trash like it is. It could end up in somebody's foot and you just don't want to do that. So what they did was somebody suggested to me to grab my little packet of needles, and if you can see, all of these are facing the right way. When you put them in your machine, they'll be kind of round facing, and when you take one out of your machine, because it's dull, you turn it around so that the flat part is facing you. So when you go to get your needles out next time, you'll know, okay, this needle's been used, this one has not. Hopefully you can see that on camera. It's just a nice little tip that somebody told me, and I like it because I can keep stuff straight and know which needles I've used and which ones I haven't. Now, back to the sewing. You're going to take your piece that you just sewed and your other piece of 8x10 fabric with the fabric facing you up like this, just like the front is here. You're going to take the right side of the fabric to the right side of the zipper, and then take the slick side of the fabric onto the back side of the zipper, and you're going to do just like you did on the other side. And clip it all the way down so nobody's moving around and playing, and everything will turn out nice, hopefully. You guys like my sassy red fingernail polish today? I was feeling sassy yesterday, so I decided to paint my nails red. Been getting pretty good at this. I'm trying to keep my nails looking nice for you guys. You probably just don't care, but that's it's okay. Alright, back stitch and then sew all the way down. My husband knows when I'm feeling sassy, I get some red fingernail polish out and it's on. Just feeling sassy. Alright, just like you did with the other side, you open it up so where it's facing you like this, and then you're going to top stitch the other side. Make sure that your fabric, your food safe fabric, is out of the way just like that, and then make sure that you top stitch on the other side, again to keep it out of the way of the zipper. And you're going to do that, you little booger. Alright. Cut your threads from that. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to grab the top two fabrics just like this and put right sides together. Okay, now you can pin that or clip it. I've just done so many of them that I normally don't. I know. Do as I say, not as I do. Alright, now with your food safe fabric, what you're going to do is you're going to grab some clips. Now I will do this. And you're going to put all of your edges together. Make sure they're not... Food safe fabric with the slick side, it is very slick, so it will move around. So I would suggest that you get some clips on there and make sure that it stays still. Now what I'm going to do is, you need a way to turn this inside out. The way that we're making it so you don't see any of the seams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew across here, probably till after this clip, stop and back stitch. Pick my needle up, pick my presser foot up, and scoot it down till about here. You need to just leave yourself a nice little opening so that you can turn it inside out. Just, I'll do it so you can see, hopefully, through there. So you pick your needle up, pick your foot up, slide it down a little bit. I cannot stress enough to make sure that you backstitch, so when you turn it inside out, you don't accidentally rip your seams. Now I'm going to switch my foot out again because I miss it. And it just helps to kind of get through this stuff with my other foot. Okay. Now what you're going to do is we're going to grab it by the zipper. And you're going to put your fingers in between these fabrics right here. And you can go up or down as much as you want. Now normally I would lay this out and then clip it all the way down the side. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so I've got it all laid out on my sewing desk and I laid it down and I went ahead and clipped all the way down both layers. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you get this pull over here. Do not forget to put your pull down here. If you go ahead and sew the edges right now as it is, your pull is going to be on the wrong side. But normally what I go ahead and do is I get everything clipped up the way that I want it, and then I move the pull out of the way, and I'll put a clip right here and right here to make sure that that zipper does not move at all. Alright, so I've got this up here. I'm going to sew down this side, and then I've got my pull out of the way, and I'm going to sew down that side. Now, what we're going to do is go down to the food safe side, and I forgot to cut my strings. Oops. Alright. You're going to open up the food safe fabric and turn everything inside out. Again, this is why it's really good to backstitch so that this doesn't rip during this process. And to have your zipper open so you can turn it inside out when you're all done. So, now, we've got this hole down here at the bottom. What can we do? If it was regular fabric, I would do a ladder stitch, and I actually have that on a video coming up, or maybe it'll already be out by then. In my scrubby pad video, I teach you how to do a ladder stitch to close things up. For these things, I just go ahead and I sew right across. It's not going to hurt anything. It'll be fine. I've made several of them like this and haven't had any complaints. Sorry, I'm left-handed and my dominant hand is always in the way. Okay. While I cut these strings, fun fact, there are 7 of us in our house, and so far 5 of us are left-handed. That's the weirdest thing. Alright, so now what you're going to do is turn this inside out. Make sure that you poke all of the corners out. Okay. And then at the top, do the same thing. Poke those corners out. And then do your zipper. You've got your sandwich bag. It's a little large, but I did that on purpose. When I came up with my pattern, I wanted you to be able to not only hold a sandwich, but if you wanted to put some chips or something in there with it, you could. It's all in one. Or you can have a snack bag too. And there you go. There is your sandwich bag. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the steps for the snack bag. It is the same exact steps. The only thing that's different is the size. That's it. So enjoy this. Back forward. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. They are really helpful to have if you're constantly having to use sandwich bags for snacks and a sandwich bag for a sandwich and all of that stuff. Again, I don't even want to Google how long it takes for those to disintegrate, so I'm just not. Reusable snack bags and sandwich bags are great. I hope that you guys can find the stuff. I'll try and link as many of the items that we used today down below so you guys can find them. They're really easy to make. They're an easy sew, as you can see. So if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe and see some more of my use, wash, and reuse items that are coming up, you hit that subscribe button and YouTube will let you know when I've next uploaded. And if you want to have any questions or any comments, just leave those in the comments section and I'll get right to you. Thanks for joining us at FaithWorks Designs.